A doctor who criticized Trump's irresponsible behavior when he was hospitalized with coronavirus has been fired from Walter Reed Medical Center. Dr. James Phillips criticized Trump's drive-by with Secret Service in the SUV with him. This was when he was hospitalized with coronavirus, and he decided to go out and greet his supporters who were, standing by the hospital. And so, Dr. Phillips did criticize Trump for that, saying that it was incredibly irresponsible because he's putting the lives of those Secret Service agents at risk. So he says this in regard to getting, axed from Walter Reed Medical Center. He says, "Today I worked my final shift at Walter Reed ER. I will miss the patients and my military and civilian coworkers. They have been overwhelmingly supportive. I'm honored to have worked there, and I look forward to new opportunities. I stand by my words, and I regret nothing." And so, just to remind you all of what he said exactly verbatim, he said the irresponsibility is astounding. Every single person in the vehicle during that completely unnecessary presidential drive-by just now has to be quarantined for 14 days. They might get sick. They may die for political theater commanded by Trump to put their lives at risk for theater. This is insanity.
Yeah. So there's two layers of this story that are really interesting. So the first one is, as usual, petty grievances by Donald Trump leads to firing people because he has the thinnest skin in the world. This is, again, how dictators act. Oh, you have offended the ego of the dear leader, so we don't care how great a doctor you are. And by every account, he's an excellent doctor. Who cares? By the way, that's Walter Reed. Oh, treating our veterans with great care, fire him. Who cares? He offended the dear leader. So, as Anna pointed out, the right wing who says, oh, cancel culture. I can't believe that they'd cancel people based on what they said. Now turn around and go, oh, he criticized the dear leader? That's a cancel him. Cancel him. Fire him. Fire him right away. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. I don't ever want anyone saying anything against our beloved leader. First Amendment is nonsense. We hate the First Amendment. Fire anyone who disagrees with Trump. Right-wingers, you support actions like this. You're pathetic. You never believed in our Constitution, and you definitely never believed in the First Amendment or free speech. All you believed in is, I just want to say racist things. Please let me say racist things. Okay, but just keep it real. So now the second part of it is this great quote that the medical center gave. So NPR has it, and I want to read it to you guys. The medical center, quote, provides requirements for contract employees to the contract agency. The contract agency then works together with contract employees to determine individual schedules. Here it comes. There was no decision made by anyone at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center to remove Dr. Phillips from the schedule. He just got removed magically, apparently. Nobody actually made the decision. It is just when the schedule came out. Oh, look at that. He's not on it. I wonder how that happened. Oh, he criticized Trump. I mean, nobody knew that. It doesn't matter. Nobody makes decisions at Walter Reed. That's why he was magically taken off just by the non-decision fairy.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of speech that absolutely needs protection because he is challenging someone in a position of power. But more importantly, he's doing so from the standpoint of an individual who knows firsthand what it's like to suffer the consequences of people not taking the pandemic seriously. We're talking about healthcare workers who haven't gotten a single break since the beginning of this pandemic because people haven't taken it seriously. People refuse to wear masks. We now have these situations in states like California, by the way, where they're like speakeasy type environments where people are like businesses are like having these secret get-togethers in order to keep business running, even though it goes against the rules and regulations of the state, right? In order to slow the community spread. Right now, there are no empty hospital beds in the state of California as a result of people still getting together, having private parties, going to businesses that shouldn't be open, but they're, operating underground. All of this stuff is happening, all of this irresponsible behavior. And it's important for someone in the healthcare industry, someone who knows firsthand what it's like to experience such a giant influx of coronavirus patients, to speak out and call Donald Trump out for what he did in putting those people's lives, the secret security agents in the car, putting their lives in danger. But yeah, I guess this just isn't the kind of speech that anyone wants to protect. The only time we should get up in arms about free speech is when people kindly ask us to refer to them by their preferred pronoun. That's the only time free speech is an issue for the right wing.
And I want to give the last word to one of our members. Mr. Lumberg wrote in, like China, we now fire doctors for keeping it real. Yeah, America, SMDH. And that's right. Ironically, Trump has turned us into what he would call communist China. They fired doctors in the beginning for telling people about coronavirus. And now Trump is firing them for correctly stating that the Secret Service guys could get sick in that car and you're endangering their lives and you shouldn't do it. He's like, that is correct, but it is not politically correct. If you're factually correct, medically correct is irrelevant if you're a doctor treating our veterans. The only thing that matters is if you're politically correct, and we agree with the Chinese Communist government that you should fire anyone who criticizes the leader. That's disgusting. That doesn't make America great again. It doesn't even make America America.